What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 31 of the Fielder's Choice podcast. We're back again after the technical difficulties. Sorry for that. I am Dan Field. To the left, to the viewer's left, my right, is Matt Giblin. How are we doing, Gib?
What's up, D?
Fuck
Good to
the
be
technical
back.
difficulties. This software is the vein of my existence.
Hey,
We
it's a lot of
apologize.
work putting these things together, so I don't think
Yeah,
anyone will hold it against us.
except the software has one job, and it can't even do that. All the work we put into it, and then we get fucked by the software.
It's all good. What's happening?
How we doing? Episode 31. We had a good intro too. Although I was stumped on 31, on who you were referring to. I now know as John Lester. Why don't you break down his accomplishments once again for the people since we got cut off?
John Lester, what a stud he was. At a time where the Sox staff needed an ace, Lester was certainly one of them. Played 8 years with the
Beast.
Sox from 2006 to 2014. And you were correct. When he did go to the Cubs, D, he had to change his number from 31 to 34, but I know him as number 31. Was a five-time All-Star, won 3 World Series, 2 with the Sox in 2007 and 2013, then went to the Cubs and infamously won one with them too in 2016. Was the NLCS MVP in 2016 along with Javi Baez, but he went 1-0 in that series with a 1.38 ERA in 13 innings, struck out 9 and only gave up 2 runs. But in 2013, he was a stud for the Sox, was a leader of that rotation, went 2-0 in the World Series with a 0.59 ERA in 15 innings, walked one guy,
Crazy.
struck out 15 guys, and was a stud, man. And he had a great career with us. And the Sox kind of did him dirty at the end, having to trade him to Oakland for a bag of peanuts. And I'm glad he went with Theo to the Cubs, where he continued to dominate. He couldn't throw over to first, infamously, but I mean, he had a great career, man. Was one of my favorites. John
Maybe it's
Lester.
I wonder if that's a 31 thing because our friend Brian Holding, he had the same,
And
the same, the
and of
same.
course, I know Holden. He was a big Greg Maddux fan, and I know that's why he loved 31. But man, Brian Holden was a stud for us. Also was a pitcher for our Tigers teams. 8 years, dude. In Bry Guy's first 3 years, listen to this, D. Right, for the White Sox, he went 20-5 with
Oh,
a
you have
two
this
point.
memorized?
Yes,
We were
well, I
not.
wrote it down. 2.08 ERA.
Wait, you wrote it down because it
I
was
wrote it
episode
down because,
31.
of course. I
That's
mean, how
funny.
could you not think of Bry Holden when you think of
Yeah.
31? I
Right.
mean,
Yep.
was dominant in for that White Sox team. Helped win us a title in 2005. Was 2-0 with a 1.19 ERA in that playoff run for the White Sox. But went 34 and 18 overall, a 2.53 ERA, and struck out almost 350 guys.
Should
Like
should we tell the
another one
people
of
how he was
those.
drafted? You remember? You remember how that what we did?
Do you remember that story? Go ahead, tell them.
Well, hopefully Brett Rudy or no one from the BMBL is listening, but I think it was you, right? Back then we had open tryouts outdoors. Hundreds of players would show up, and there was teams probably had maybe one or two spots open on their roster, so there wasn't room to pick up many guys. Maybe less than 20 guys were picked up out of the hundreds. So I think Brian threw off the mound. Oh no, he's throwing in warm-ups,
Yeah,
and we realized
that he was pretty dominant.
he was pretty damn good. And I think Gibb, and he took a risk because I think you went over and talked to him and we were like, dude, just
Me and Brian got drafted in the same year, and Brett kind of knew he was going to pick me up at the end of the draft. I was getting drafted later because they knew who I was.
wait, you
But
got drafted
Bri-
with Holding?
yeah, we were at, was
Oh,
it that same, where were we at? Barnes BB&N? Because you got drafted the year before me.
I can picture it, but I can't remember what field it was.
Was
Oh,
it
I thought it was
Barnes?
you that spoke to him. And so who was it that told him to leave?
I think that was Lumbo.
Was it Lembo?
My,
Throwing Lembo under the bus.
maybe I don't know, but I'm pretty sure me and him got drafted that same year
I thought you got drafted before him, and then he got drafted the next year.
because then there's a similar story with how Chad then got drafted as well. That we
Yeah, we
saw
may have
him.
cheated the
Yeah,
system.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was different back then. You know, they had these big tryouts at like Clifford Field where like 200 guys would show up and, you would pick like maybe two or three guys if you needed it. Like our league is totally different, which is a good segue, D, because why don't you tell everyone what has kind of gone down in the last week or so?
Yeah, so Holding started in 2003, same year as you. Weird. I
Yeah.
thought it was you that. But anyways, we someone talked to him and said, "Don't even go on the mound and show off your stuff because we're gonna draft you." And yeah, that's
That's
how
what
that
happened. Yep.
so he left and he took a chance. He took a chance. Believed us that we were gonna draft him because had he gone on the mound to pitch, I'm sure he would have went higher in
I
the
mean,
draft.
you look at those numbers in his first 3 years, dude, he was dominant.
Yeah,
20 and
yeah,
5.
he was good.
Like when I was looking that up earlier, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like I remember him being that good,
Well,
but
he's also the one that put in the stats too, so, who knows?
the early years of 400
Yeah,
hitter.
okay, to H. That's for you, H.
What?
But yeah,
Love you,
so,
buddy.
big news in the BNBL, the Boston Metro Baseball League. Well, so unfortunately, the Yawkey League, is folding, for this year at least. Um, Hopefully they'll be back, but they just were down to, like, 4 or 5 teams and not enough to run a league, which is unfortunate because 'cause they've been around for a long time. Um, yeah, Yawkey League, I mean,
Yeah, this isn't about any kind of ill will towards any one person or any one league too. Like these are just kind of circumstances that have worked themselves out, you know? So it's unfortunate, but
yep. So the Al Thomas Athletics and East Boston Knights, have joined the BNBL, the 18 plus, division. Um,
it's fantastic.
and also the Central Mass, I think it was 38 plus. I think they're now going to be 35 plus, but I believe it was a 38 plus league. The Central Mass League, has now come over to the BNBL as their own separate division. So we're going to have a 35 plus Central Mass division, commissioned by Scott Fuller, who was running it, prior to coming over to the BNBL. So not much will change there, except that they are now under the BNBL umbrella.
Do you know how many teams are in
Six,
that? 6?
6 teams: the Grays, Vipers, Nationals, Brewers, Giants, and Dodgers.
Great.
Yep. And then, last but not least, I know this has been talked about for years, especially for us older players. And I think the BNBL as a whole, the average age is like 35 or so. It's up there. And beyond the 38 plus league, there was really nowhere for older guys, like myself and you soon enough, uh, to play. Well, there was the BABL 45 plus, but whatever circumstances took place, they decided to, join the BNBL. So the 45 plus division, has now merged over to the BNBL, and we now have a 45 plus division. I think 6 teams, are on board as of right now. Um, so yeah, we expanded. I think Brett did the math: 37.8% in 2026, which is pretty remarkable considering a lot of these leagues, are folding or dying out. Um, so good stuff for the BNBL.
It's you know what? It's great stuff. And the at the end of last season, like seeing the playoff games and being able to sit back and kind of broadcast them and act frankly enjoy them. It was great baseball, and our league was in a great spot at the end of last year. So the fact that it could grow this much is beyond incredible. It's beyond incredible, and it's actually a testament to the good work that the guys that have been running the league have been putting in, including yourself for years, man. It's a great product that's out there. It's a great league. We're doing great things. It's great baseball. You'll find that the majority of the guys are right along the same as you. It's awesome. It's good stuff, and
Yep.
looking forward to it, man.
Yep. And it's nice that us old folk will have a place to play for a
Yeah.
long time. You'll be there soon enough. Well, you got another year before you're eligible for the
Hey,
45 plus.
hope Walter lets me ump a few games.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Walter has got to be pretty happy because more business for him, but also means the need for more umpires. Um,
It's
and
a
I've officially retired from the
significant.
28s, so I'll be able to umpire in that division now, going out on top with the trophy. Um,
Congratulations, man.
Thanks. So
Good
yeah,
timing.
it'll be fun to ump. Hopefully, we get a few games over there. That'll be fun. But college season has begun, right?
Yeah, they started this
Crazy.
past week. Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's good to see
Um,
baseball coming back alive. Spring
yes.
training, pitchers and catchers, full teams have reported. I think, right? I think the Red Sox played their first exhibition on Friday against the Northeastern team, their annual game there. So, but yeah, college is back, and you see the kid who had 3 grand slams over the
3 Grand
weekend,
Slams.
the kid from Baylor.
I didn't have that video, but there was another video that was circulating that was not as good of news. I'm sure many of you have seen it, but
As this one is
Boston
launched.
College's Seton
Deep
Hall
left
game.
field.
A good swing
Aiden
too.
Dill has left the building.
Aiden Dill.
It's a good swing.
And he
It's
has
a home
given
run.
Seton Hall
But he
a
fell.
2-run lead, but he has gotten injured.
We won't show
Oh my goodness.
If he cannot
graphic
score,
part, but just an
Yeah.
awful situation.
Did he score?
So that's the thing. Apparently, in the rule book, and he has to cross the plate for it
Yeah.
to count.
For it to run to count? Yeah.
And a lot of people are up in arms saying that the run should count. So he was not able to cross. He literally, if you watch the whole video, it's pretty gruesome. But
He's
I think he
taking
broke his leg or ankle.
what, going around the bag?
So he was celebrated. He jumped up and did a fist pump to his bench. And he
I
landed, and it's gross.
just blew out.
Yeah, it's gross. And yeah, he wasn't able
That's
to.
tough.
So I don't know what the official ruling was, if they changed it, but I know people were up in arms. The fact that they, or at least originally, weren't going to count the run. Yeah, in our league, probably you have a courtesy runner. So right, they bring in a
Yeah,
courtesy
get to
runner.
first base, and someone else can
Yeah.
run the rest of the way for you.
Yeah, but yeah, sad situation.
Yeah, hope he's all right.
Yeah, pretty gross. And lastly, there hasn't been much talk about this, but the World Baseball Classic is coming up in a few weeks.
Yeah,
Um,
WBC.
WBC, which should be pretty cool. I think USA, I want to say, plays Mexico March 6th in Houston Astros Stadium. But that should be pretty cool. It's always a fun little event.
Yeah, well, we should maybe do a little prediction or something.
Sure, we can do that.
Why not? Keep things interesting, right?
Yeah. Speaking of keeping things interesting, today's episode we are breaking down. We've already broken down with a little help from AI the top 32 movies, baseball movies ever made. We put them into 4 different brackets with 8 teams each. We got North, West, South, East brackets, and we have movies seeded 1 through 8, and we're going to go through with your help and break it down until there's only one movie left standing. And who better to help us judge some of these movies than the judge himself? I think we should bring in our special guest for this week. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. Kevin O'Leary.
What's up, guys?
Not that Kevin O'Leary that you might know from the Shark Tank.
Not that one.
The judge is in.
It actually, if you look my name up on Google, there is he comes up 100 times first, right? But then if you look up Kevin O'Leary, administrative judge, there's actually a little side note down at the bottom that says, "Do not confuse him with the financer and host of whatever Shark Tank."
Really? That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
absolutely, 100%. Little like community note down the bottom. This isn't that one.
That's
So
hilarious.
You don't get you don't get any endorsement deals or anyone reaching out.
it makes for dinner reservations. Interesting.
Yeah, that's
Especially
like
for-
my teammate Mike Sorrentino on the Senators. Same name as the situation from Jersey Shore. Apparently, he
yeah.
gets free hotel rooms all the time because they think it's that Michael Sorrentino.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
we went to Abe and Louie's after a show. We don't go there often, let me tell you that. It's out of our price. It's a one of a kind, right? And put the reservation was under Kevin O'Leary, and I checked in, and the guy was, you could see the complete disappointment. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not that one. I'm sorry. It's
Sorry.
like Michael
No.
Jordan, So
Well, we can still call you Mr. Wonderful,
yeah, right.
or as Albie likes to call you, fuck
Yeah.
off.
Oh man.
Fuck
Yeah.
off.
No, it was actually not fuck off. It was go fuck yourself.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Go
that
fuck
was-
yourself,
That was
Kev.
fun. That was a good way to end that game.
That
But
was
I think
awesome.
we lost by one
So
run.
odd.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a close game.
It was a
Yes,
close
it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah. It was one
And
run.
whatever was directed your way was way over the top.
Yeah, and I always get along with Albie. I think he had a tough game at first, and I always coach first or third, whichever one's closer to the bench, because I'm old and brittle. And he blew at least two or three. I know you guys are going to say he called him right, of course, but I think he made those bang bang plays. I think he might have missed two or three, and I think one of them ended an inning, which would have been first and second with one or whatever it was. So that was frustrating. My arguments are never over the top. I mean, I go out and talk to them in between innings. If it's in the moment, I'm going to say something in the moment. But I mean, 90% of the time, I'm going out after the inning and saying like, hey, my guys think you might have missed that one. There's a way to handle it, right?
Mhm. Yep.
And you're both umps. You both can agree with that. I'm not gonna. What am I gonna do by yell? You're not gonna change your mind.
Well, we've also both coached too, right?
Right.
So.
Yeah.
But you would agree with that too, Kev. Like that, there's a fine kind of. Let me ask you this a different way. Do you handle umpires now differently than you did when you first started?
When I first started, I was a player, so yeah, absolutely. And my coach was Scott Nickerson. So anytime anytime you went even near an umpire, Scott was immediately, jumping in between you and taking care of it. So yeah, I mean, it's a little more measured in your response, and you also, like I said, I'm old and brittle, so I don't need someone messing up my Mondays, and that includes me. So I just want to go out and have a conversation, let them know that I disagree. And I usually put it that way. I try to find kind of a funny way to put it, like, hey, my guys would, vehemently disagree with your call the last inning, and would dispute whether he was on the bag. Just letting them know, like, hey, take a closer look next time.
Right.
And you don't want to hear you're wrong. I don't want to start swearing or screaming. It's Monday Night Baseball, and nobody needs that. So. Like I said with Albie, it's just the same kind of thing, and I think he yelled at Gags because Gags swore. And I was like, dude, it's a 38 plus beer league, man. Like, it's not beer league, but it's better than beer league, but it's a pay to play. And
I remember he was a little miffed at you right from the get-go, something early on too.
Yeah.
But and it kind of brewed most of the night, so by the end of the night he was over it,
but at that point, he hadn't done anything. That literally
but I still don't remember what it was
when he did it.
Yeah.
It
was
yeah. And like I said, I get along with them fine. And we had conversations that night. I think the final play was a play at first. And whatever it is what it is.
Terrio says you look like a poor man's Madden.
My friends tell me I look like Mike McCarthy. It's just even worse. So
Mike McCarthy.
Ruined my Cowboys, but that is what it is.
So now that we have a 45 plus division, will you think you'll be playing more as opposed to managing?
I will not be
No,
involved in the 45s. Nope. I
no.
got the 38s that I manage, and then I play in the 52s,
Oh, you
and
do. I didn't know.
that's enough. That's enough baseball for a week.
What team are you on in the 52s?
I am on the back-to-back champion South Shore Giants
Oh, you
Foundation.
are. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now,
Yep.
and this is is the Mariners still connected with the Giants, or are you guys kind of your own thing?
I think we're all still connected. We're still on the same SouthShoreGiants.com webpage, and I think the only one I was always disconnected with was the 18s, and they kept the Grays name. You remember, we're the old Grays,
Right.
the
When I
28
played with them,
Grays.
Yep.
And then I think in 2013 we became the Giants, and that's when we put the first MABL, our BABL team 38s in. And I think the Rockies were in it at the time.
You can play with ours, Chris Karn, any day.
Chris Carter
Oh,
is just
oh.
being added to our WhatsApp. That's cute, Chris. Everybody knows you're coming. That's not fair.
Damn.
Both Currens this year. Immediate
Uh-oh.
contenders, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're bringing in guys.
Jealous isn't the word.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with winning a championship. I just want manager of the year. I don't care about so.
CC's still one of the best teammates I've ever had in my life.
Yep.
Runs like a gazelle.
Yes.
He's got his own podcast now too.
Yes. And
very good too.
Showed up to Winter Ball this year. Brian started, pitched the first 2 innings. There was a relatively well hit ball to center field, and I think it was Hayami. And Chris threw him out at first. And as he was jogging in, said, "Guy thinks he's going to get a hit off my brother."
No.
I mean, it was a base hit for anyone else. Well, maybe not me. I don't know. I think maybe H thought it was a given, and Chris caught him napping a little bit, kind of thing. But yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, he hadn't played a few years, and then has a breakout season, MVP in the Metro West, right?
Well, I think he's always been a player. It's just a matter of getting in and playing.
Yep.
The talent is certainly there. It's a matter of just getting out there and getting his at bats and make an impact. So yeah, we're looking forward to him coming along.
Enjoy, man.
I'm sure you are.
Thanks for breaking the news, Chris.
Yeah, that's a good ad.
Breaking news. Yeah, I'd say that's a good ad.
Yeah,
should be a great year. With all the
new
divisions.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
Teams and
the way you guys were talking about the leagues, like that 38, that is competitive.
Sure is.
And I would put us against any 28s. Like there are some guys can sling it, man.
Yep.
And when you're throwing low 80s to guys who are over 38 and they're hitting them, that's what impresses me, right? I see them. I'm, it's in the glove before I'm starting my swing.
Yep.
I'm still shifting my weight as they're throwing it back to the pitcher. So, but yeah, it's impressive and it's competitive. It's a lot of fun. It really is. You guys know it. It's no joke.
Well, I think the All-Star games the last couple of years are a good testament to it. The guys, chucking 90 or whatever, and the way the competitiveness of the games, like I said to D, like the league's been growing for the last couple of years, and it's good to see where we're at.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's fun.
Yeah,
indeed.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, we just need all the snow to melt so we can.
Yeah, quicker the better.
Get on the field. Yeah,
but. Like our worst winter in like 10 years, so guess we were due for it.
But so this episode, we want to do this episode for quite a while now. We're finally doing it. Baseball movies. I mean, any baseball fan has, I'm sure, seen a lot of the movies that are on this list. We tried to break down what we thought were the top 32 baseball movies to be made. We ranked them 1 through 8. We got 4 divisions: North, South, East, West, and we know Mr. O'Leary here is a big movie connoisseur, and with his help and hopefully the viewers' interaction, we are going to break down these movies and basically pick one until there's, well, keep picking until there's only one left standing. Type of March Madness type brackets, but with baseball movies. I'm sure something like this has been done before, but yeah, it should be pretty exciting. And I know Kev has a all-time favorite movie he hasn't told us, so I'm curious to see if that ends up being the winner. I know I have a favorite. I know Gib has his favorite, or what I think is his favorite. So I know we had some people comment on our Facebook post earlier. But yeah, so I guess we just go from
Start at the top.
Start at the top. We got the North Division. I'm not sure how well you guys can see this, but the North Division at the top, we got movies ranked 1 through 8. 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5. We're going to vote on one today and keep going, like I said, till there's one left standing. So I guess first we got Bull Durham, I think obvious 1 seed versus The Fan. Came out in 1996, Bull Durham 1988. 7 rating in IMDb. The Fan was at Wesley Snipes, right?
Yeah.
Robert De Niro.
One of the comments
creepy
earlier
movie.
this week was, is The Fan even a baseball movie?
I think so.
I do too.
Yeah.
And that's why we have it on the list.
Against
But
the backdrop of psychological thriller, I guess. I'm not sure.
yeah, it was
Sure.
it was kind of freaky.
But yeah, it doesn't matter. There's no chance it gets by Bull Durham.
Yeah, exactly.
No way.
Exactly. I don't.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So
This
we're
isn't
gonna
Butler, versus UNC in '92. This is a blowout.
Yeah.
This is gone.
Yeah. Next, we got 8 Men Out. Great movie, 1988. Wow, I was 10 years old. 7.2 rating, and then we got Cobb, obviously based on Ty Cobb, 6.5 rating. That came out in 1994. Any comments on these movies? 8 Men Out was great.
Yeah. 8 Men Out is up there as one of my favorites, to be honest. Kind of shows the human side of it, right? Especially where players feel at that point where they weren't making enough money. Difference between exploitation and integrity. And it's a kind of moral gray area that you might even find yourself in now, right? Where the words of the first Kennison, I forget his last name.
Mountain Landis.
Yes, that's right. So so his words, I think I posted them recently when they had the whole Shohei Ohtani thing going on, and it was around the World Series when they won, because I was a little bitter about that, and I said, like anybody else, and he's suspended. No questions asked. He's gone. But I love it because it's historically accurate. I love, that people who didn't know about Shoeless Joe might get a Field of Dreams, right? Where that was the first time I ever heard of Shoeless Joe, or enough of it that I would investigate it and want to know who he was and look more into it. But kind of gave, if at all, we don't know how accurate it is about his ability to read and write or conversations that came out and stuff like that. But I loved it. That's actually one of my favorite movies about baseball, and one of my favorite movies in general. The cast is great. The movie itself is great. Everything about it, humanizes the guys, I think.
And how relevant is it to today's world? Which
Right.
with sports betting as big as it is, and we do want to have an actual episode on sports betting in general. So hopefully.
Will you go against it and then have underneath that it's sponsored by DraftKings?
Exactly.
It's fine.
I do agree with you guys. It is one of my favorites as well. But Cobb, if you guys haven't seen it, a sneaky good baseball-esque movie. Tommy Lee Jones
Yeah,
kind of goes back with I forget who that other actor was, but plays he's also in what movie is it? Bull
it
Durham
Robert
too.
Wool?
He plays the assistant coach in Bull Durham. That same guy.
Robert
But he
Wool.
Yeah.
yeah, there you go. But
Candlesticks are nice.
there's not much baseball in it. Tommy Lee Jones kind of like goes back about how much of an ass he was, but it's a sneaky kind of good movie. But I mean,
Yeah.
what Kev said is pretty
6.5
much
rating.
hands down.
Yeah. So I think the obvious choice is 8 Men Out, which brings us to Rookie of the Year, Roland Gardner.
Yeah.
Classic. I was, 15
And
when
the
that came
Rocket.
out?
I know you're looking at Gary Busey these days.
Yeah. He's,
The videos that he posts on TikTok.
oh my God. He's out of his
Yeah,
mind.
yeah,
He's out of his
yeah. He
mind.
makes turkey noises and stuff. So
Um,
that's a tough one because you got Clint Eastwood in Trouble with the Curve, and who is it? Amy Smart. Is that her name?
Amy
Yeah,
Adams.
no,
Is it?
Adams.
Amy Adams.
Amy
Amy
Adams,
Adams.
yeah.
Amy
yes.
Smart in Varsity Blues and Just Friends, right? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's a tough one. I might have to go with the underdog and go with Trouble with the Curve for this.
Really?
Yeah, just because the way they talk about the way the ball hits the glove and the way you listen for it, and we all do that, you know.
There's more actual baseball than the actual baseball that was in Rookie of the
Yeah.
Year.
And Clint Eastwood with the line for the movie, right? That's what they
Sure.
call Trouble with the Curve, right?
Yeah.
Movie,
eh,
it drags at some parts, but
Yeah. And then, the popcorn boy happens
Peanut
to
Boy.
Peanut
Peanut
Boy.
Boy.
Just happens
Peanut
to
Boy, yeah.
throw absolute gas.
Yeah. I didn't buy Amy Adams as being able to catch him, but
I'm guessing this is your son. He says, "No way, Dad. Come on."
what's he going for? Rookie of the Year, my son? Yeah, probably.
I'm surprised he even knows that movie. That was way before he was born.
Wow.
What year did that come out, D?
93.
You don't think he was
93.
forced to watch those movies as a kid?
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, I loved it as a kid.
Right.
And then, they had that dude from Home Alone. What's his name? It
Daniel
was,
Stern.
Yes.
Yeah, the
that's-
coach. Yeah.
Virginia.
Oh, he
Yeah.
directed. Wow, he directed it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. He directed that movie. I
What
didn't
are you
know
on
that.
IMDb?
Yes, sir.
Is it Daniel Stern? Not Daniel Stern.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
From Home Alone.
Yeah. I'll leave that one up to you guys. I would go with the underdogs, or you can leave it up to whoever.
I leave it up to the audience.
Yeah.
That's
a tough
fine with
one.
me.
What does Daniel O'Leary think? Sounds like he's with Rookie of the Year.
He could be. Yeah.
Trouble. I don't know.
Let them vote, and once that comes in, D, let's go to the next one.
All right. So we got
Yeah. Hardball and the Babe.
Hardball and the Babe. Hardball. A
Was it
lot of
Keanu
guys said
Reeves?
they cried at the end.
Reeves,
Keanu
yeah.
Reeves.
I actually never saw the whole thing of this.
Really.
Which
didn't.
one?
Hardball. I never saw the end.
The end is the best part.
The Babe I've seen a million times.
Yeah, the end is the best part. Kid gets shot, and
Right.
a lot of grown men cried watching that movie. That's a
Yeah.
tough one. It's a tough one. And then we got John Goodman with the Babe.
There's good baseball in that movie, like actual baseball.
Yeah.
Right. And he did a great job. I mean,
Yeah, he
bought
does.
You bought
Yeah.
him as what you
As
thought
what you envision. Yep, for
Right.
sure. Yeah.
George Herman looked like and acted like, and so
And those scenes at the end where he was kind of,
Rookie of the Year.
wasn't the best Babe version of himself, where he gets in the fight with the fans and stuff. He does a tremendous job in that scene.
he did. But the one I didn't like was the rounding the plate and then getting to the end and dropping his hat kind of
Sure.
thing. And that
Yeah.
those are the kind of things I
The
think
end.
the suspension of reality is kind of hit like, sometimes you can say like, oh yeah, this is cool, but then there's other things like this would never happen. Come on.
Yeah. There's nothing worse in a baseball movie than like when it's clearly CGI. Or my biggest pet peeve is when they hire actors who don't know
Can't
how to throw a
play.
baseball or swing a bat. Or
Well,
it's
that's
just so obvious.
well, we'll get there. But
Yeah, we will. We have a time.
Yeah.
I'll mention that.
I got
next.
some gripes with some big ones. Yeah.
But I will
we'll
tell
get-
you,
we'll get there.
8 men out, all of them could play.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
seemed it like
yeah.
what's Ricky Vaughn? What's his name? Charlie Sheehan.
Charlie
He plays the
Sheen.
he plays the center fielder, right?
Yep. Hap.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And who plays third base? What's that? What's his
John
name?
Cusack.
Cusack. Yep. Yeah, that's a great cast.
You look down at third, you're going to see Butch Weaver playing next year. Yep. The kid who played short, who is kind of an extra in a lot of movies, and what's the kid's name? Name with a G. Played first.
Oh, yeah. He's
I forget what his name was in the movie, but
Chuck Gandel.
Gandel.
Gandel, yeah.
Gandel.
Yeah.
And then
I forget who plays him. I can picture him, but
yeah, and then DB Sweeney playing Shoeless Joe, and I loved the coach, the father from Frasier.
yeah, the little guy, right?
Did a
Yeah.
great job. So all those guys could play ball, and even Gordon Clapp, the guy from NYPD Blue, who played the catcher. He did a pretty good job, right?
Yeah, he
did. Yeah.
It's a good pull.
David Street Heron played the pitcher with the through the knuckler.
Yeah,
and, I mean, they all look like they could play ball. Like Kevin Costner, every movie he plays in, you think he's an MLB player. I mean, he looks like he knows what he's doing. So, yeah. All right, we already gave 8 men out its thing, so I'll move on.
And hardball, Keanu Reeves, apparently he can throw a football. I heard some crazy talk that the Baltimore Ravens were potentially interested in him. I don't know. I didn't read like the full article, but there was like a YouTube video.
Are you sure you weren't watching The Replacements?
Well, it was a Julius Edelman. It was a podcast about baseball movies, but then they went into football movies, and they started talking about the Replacements, and apparently a lot of it's legit. Like Keanu can actually like throw a football pretty good, and something about the Ravens potentially being interested in him at one point, but he wasn't hardball, and it seems like Rookie of the Year, based on the comments, is gonna be
all right. So
winner.
fill that in.
Yep. So we got Rookie of the
And
Year.
then go ahead. I'd give it a hardball. I can't speak for it because I haven't seen the ending, but I will see.
It was pretty emotional. We'll give it the hardball. All right. So we move to the East Division, and we start with my favorite movie of all time. I will say it, Major League. I think there's no debate here. Going up against Major League 2. Thoughts? I probably could recite this whole movie by heart. One of the movies I've seen probably over 300
One or
times.
two?
One.
Yeah.
It's on all the time, too. All the time.
A buddy of mine sent an article from The Onion, and it's even though I've never seen Major League, I found Major League 2 surprisingly easy to follow. It's an article from The Onion. But
is that Back to the Minors, Major League 2?
No, that was 3.
That was 3. Okay.
Well, it was 2.
2 was the one where Charlie Sheen was like now a business executive.
Right.
He went to the orphanage and brought them to the games, and
he's dating the good-looking girl.
Yeah, it was just Major League 2. There was no like.
Tom Berenger was the coach now. The manager.
Yeah.
Right. The manager gets sick. Yeah.
Jake Taylor.
Zorn was one of the owner, or like the GM, or whatever he was. He was always with the owner, getting kind of crapped on by her. So.
Yep.
Major League 3 was actually better than Major League 2, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
With I forget Yoka. What was the kid's name?
Yeah, the center fielder.
But there was more CGI, I feel like, in Major League 3 than there was in the first one, which was unfortunate. There's nothing worse than it's obvious when they use CGI.
But you were talking about Keanu Reeves, like Charlie Sheen could actually throw in the high 80s. And
you could tell he's legit.
The pitching that he did was real.
Yeah.
And they actually, I think they moved home plate closer to the mound, so it appeared as though it reached the catcher's mitt faster.
I love when you find out all these little details
And who's the Willie Mays Hayes, who played
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes could not play baseball.
No, he couldn't.
And neither could Omar Epps. Neither one of them had played organized baseball. So they had to learn essentially all of the kind of little things that we do, right? The weird things that we do, and
Yeah.
See, that's my biggest gripe about Major League One is at the end when Serrano can't hit the curveball. What does the pitcher throw
Yeah,
him when he
throws
hits
a-
the
yeah,
home run?
there's a lot of
Yeah.
there's a
He
lot of
throws him a hanging fastball.
Yeah.
I've also there's great debate. This is kind of like the last putt in Caddyshack, right? Where it's like, hey, Doug Birdie missed, and like they stand over and he's like, birdie, but the judge only made the birdie, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So they tied. But what bothers me about this, and I've raised it, I think I've said it on Facebook, is Tom Berenger, Jake Taylor, right? Gets this idea, and they start going through all the motions, right? And it's for him to bunt and for Willie Mays Hayes to steal, and then just
He'll keep coming home. Yeah.
Points out, calls his shot, right? And the guy throws it as his head. So if a steal is on and he's supposed to be bunting,
good point.
He would have gone already.
Yeah,
right.
That's a good point. Yep.
So what? There's again the suspension of reality, right? Where if you're calling that play, that runner is not looking at the batter.
He's off on the pitch.
Right. So there's your suspension of reality for entertainment, and that it's one of those things that always sticks out in me.
There's a few in the major league that drive me crazy.
But again,
like
that's
that.
an easy one. 1/8.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
all
an easy
day.
One. Where is it? All right, major league. It is, and then we got A League of Their Own versus Summer Catch.
If we
Jessica
don't put a
Biel.
league of their own in for Ange, then we're gonna get in trouble.
Right.
Well, we can. I mean, I think the next round is a better matchup, but just for her alone, if A League of Their Own doesn't go over Summer Catch, which was a good movie,
it was. I mean, it was. The
fantastic cast.
The cast that Scream playing baseball.
Yep.
Did you know that A League of Their Own is the highest grossing baseball movie of all time?
Wow.
Well, to that end, we will point out that the #1 movie on Amazon is the 100 inning.
100th inning. Yeah, Brett said the same thing, but with 5 reviews?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, that's technically a documentary, though.
Yeah, we didn't put any documentaries on here.
So we had a documentary that got booted too. So
the ones
the bastard baseball that got booted. So
the Portland team there, Portland Mavericks. Yeah, that was actually pretty good. That was a good one. But League of Their Own again. I've been known to say this many times out loud, and I think when you guys asked me about this before, Dottie cheated. Ruined the movie at the end. Threw the game so that her sister could, get the glory, and that's always pissed me off. I loved everything about that movie. I loved what's his name, Dugan. Tom Hanks as Dugan. I thought everyone was awesome.
Crying in baseball.
They played. And Marla Hooch, what a player! But that always pissed me off.
I agree. It always kind of.
Do I, out of protest, pick Jennifer Beals in the pool with, what's his name? Freddie Prinze Jr.
Freddie Prinze. Yeah.
Do I go with the entertainment value of A League of Their Own? I guess I would go with A League of Their Own.
Yeah, I think.
I will watch it whenever it's on. But I get pissed off at the end every single time because she cheated her other teammates out of the championship that they should have had.
Yeah, I think we got to go with A League of Their Own, which brings us to 42 versus Fever Pitch, which Fever Pitch. You told us a story. I know that a lot of the guys in the BNBL were extras, or not a lot, but there were a few guys. Including one of your teammates, Tom
That
Levitt,
is correct.
Right?
That is correct. But this is one of those that you struggle with because of it's like emotional weight versus technical accuracy versus historical films, right? So Fever Pitch is a Boston-based movie. Every one of us has lived that role, right? Especially me, who watched the ball go through Bill Buckner's legs live, right? thinking that we were going to win a World Series champion as that ball.
Were you at that game?
You were at that game?
No, that was
on TV. You mean?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
not in person.
yeah. Right.
Not
Yeah.
in person. I meant
Yes.
as it happened.
Yeah.
So 42 was awesome, right? Harrison Ford, and I mean, great movie. But
So the baseball too in that movie is impeccable.
Yeah. And Fever Pitch, one could argue, is not even a baseball movie, other than his fandom, right? It's a rom-com that ends with him with Drew Barrymore in the middle of Fenway Park. But yes, the South Shore Mariners are proud.
In the middle of one of the best moments that has ever happened to any of us, right? Is the Sox winning the World Series, right?
Right. Yeah,
Go on.
Well, they had to change, right? They had to change.
And they changed the ending because of it. Yeah,
but the Pirelli brothers had to rewrite the end. So South Shore Mariners own Tom Levitt, our knuckleballer extraordinaire, was not only an extra but a paid actor, and
he got paid.
He is the person that when she takes the foul ball off the head while she's on her laptop, right, where the girls are like, oh, again with the laptop, look at this one, right? When she gets hit with the foul ball and passes out, and someone get the ball behind her and holds it up, that's Tom Levitt. He's the guy who got the foul ball.
I never noticed that. I have to go back and watch.
Yeah.
I remember they were at Fenway for like 3 weeks filming that scene.
Yeah.
Over the summer.
Yeah. I can't figure out if I'm a fan of Jimmy Fallon or not. Some days I like him, some days I don't.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like whatever that herb is. Some people say it tastes like soap, and some people say you have to have it in guacamole, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Fever Pitch, but again, I'm gonna go with the underdog. But I'll, like I did with the other 6/3, I'll leave that up to whatever people vote on.
It's just hard to vote against Jackie Robin. He
I don't
given
disagree.
What he's done for the game, and I don't know. And what's your thoughts, Gib?
Here's the only reason why I'm going to take 42 over Fever Pitch. I think the overall baseball, the quality of baseball in the movie is better than Fever Pitch. Like you said, Fever Pitch is more the rom-com. I know it got a lot of kind of play by, people we know, but there's not much actual baseball in it.
True. Yeah, there's not enough, in my opinion.
I mean, 42, there's actual baseball scenes and there's plays and it's over and over and over. And I mean, we don't know the historical significance of it. And I mean, it's significant now.
It was originally made to make fun of the Red Sox because we hadn't won a title
Correct.
so long.
Yeah.
And that's why they had to change the ending.
Again, like I said, it's a movie about it's a rom-com that centers around a love of baseball. So is it a baseball movie? Yeah.
Yes.
To the extent that The Naked Gun is on this list, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
We debated about that too.
For 4 minutes out of a 95-minute movie, So
right.
You know what, Gib? I'll go with you. I'll go with 42.
Yeah.
And look at my son chiming in as well.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Changed your mind, Daniel.
42 it is. And that's based on his true story, right? That was based on his.
Yeah, there's a lot of
yeah
intense scenes in that movie.
Now we got the 4 and the 5 seed, Bad News Bears, and there were a few made. The original, I believe, was 1976. Was that Walter Matthau?
Yep.
And then you got Mr.
Correct.
Baseball,
Tatum
also
O'Neal.
a great movie. What, Tom Selleck?
Tom Selleck.
Yeah. I gotta go Bad News Bears here.
I do too.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Even the remake with Billy Bob Thornton is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like he does a great job with it. I mean, the story itself is classic. The team that can't do right comes through in the end, and they get
What's the year on Mr. Baseball?
Mr. Baseball. Well, first off, Bad News Bears, there was a bunch of them. It was 1970.
I think it was 77.
76.
Right? 76.
There was another one in 2005. there was a series from 79 to 80.
Wow.
Yeah, but they also had like Back in Training and Bad News
Yeah,
Bears go to
Bad News
Japan.
Bears in Breaking Training. Bad News
Yeah.
Bears go to Japan.
Yeah. Man, I'm old.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of. Mr. Baseball, what year? 1992.
Yeah.
Neat.
See, I think this was like, I liked it. I liked the movie. I thought it was pretty good. And Tom Selleck obviously looks like he can play ball, and he played the role well, but
It was in Japan, right?
he went to Japan.
Yeah, it goes to Japan to play, and right.
Yeah, I didn't think it was. I didn't
Sounds
think
like
it was as original and as the Bad News Bears.
yeah,
How's that?
sounds like Bad News Bears for the win. Which brings us to the West bracket.
Yeah, the poor bench warmers, man, they never stood a chance.
Not
Yeah.
against that one.
No, so we
Yep.
got Field of Dreams versus the Bench Warmers. This I think is
Might be-
no-brainer.
Might be easier to just debate these next bracket, right?
What do you mean?
Debate these movies next bracket, next round. Because I mean, it seems like the next one might be a no-brainer too.
I had a
Moneyball over Brewster's Millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was AI generated, right?
Yep.
All right, that makes more sense.
What was AI generated?
The list.
Well, somewhat, and that with Gibbon Eye's input.
The first brackets, I kind of had them a little rearranged a little differently, but it really
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's I like Brewster's Millions. I'm old enough to have seen it in the movies, so you guys can, there are many expletives that I will throw at you for not being able to do that, but Moneyball still wins by a mile.
Yeah, for sure.
Would you
and that
Kev,
was very
tough
close.
seating,
to
you
being
mean?
I actually sat in a movie theater and watched it. Yeah, I probably was 60. When did that come out? 85?
which Bruce's Millions? 85, yes. Yep.
Who did
Yes.
that have? Richard Pryor in it?
Yeah,
Richard
Richard Pryor, John
Yeah.
Candy
Rest
played
in
his
peace.
catcher.
I bet that was great to see as a kid.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
It was
of course,
hilarious.
right?
Yeah.
That's like the Saturday morning movie to go see.
And he played for the Bulls too. I think it was in Jersey though, and there was like a train that would go through the outfield, and yeah, it was same thing. Hit the bull, get a steak, but yeah, Moneyball beats it every day. That's gonna
Kev,
be tough.
how
That gets
old
one
are your
versus two.
how old are your kids?
Let's see, 27, 24, 14, and 12.
Oh wow, I don't know. And Daniel is
Daniel's 24.
24.
Daniel's played the last 300 inning games. He did
Oh
all
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I've seen him
2
there.
years.
Yeah.
He's done all of them with me. So
We're usually on opposite sides, but
yes,
I've seen him over there.
you third base people. Yeah, I think there's a rumor that he got more hits than me this year, or reached base more than me this year, or whatever it was.
Well, that's not saying much.
No, that's really not. Yeah. But he stole a base, and I think he also might have got picked off. So,
Nice.
but
Does-
I think his first year he wanted to pitch, and he knows this story because he made it his Facebook profile picture. And it was like the 90th inning, and poor Huss is back there catching, and everyone, we got to get this game over with. And he had some trouble finding the plate, and Huss and I went out and chatted with him, and
Brought in
as I walked back, Brett Rudy was playing first, yelling at me. He's like, we got to get this game over. Got to get this game over. Come on, get moving.
well, because rain was
So-
coming in, right? Wasn't there?
What's
rain?
that?
There was rain in the forecast.
No.
right?
This is 3 years ago.
Oh, this was 3
was
years
his-
ago.
This
Gotcha.
was Daniel's first exposure to the 100-inning game.
Oh, okay.
So, welcome to the club, son. I'm going to come out and yank you. So I did. I had to go out. This is what I tell. I had to go out and pull my son from a charity game.
Well,
and
at
I
least he didn't get
blame
peed on by a dog.
The only person I blame for that is Brett Rudy for like the looks. Like whenever he threw a ball, Brett would be looking at me. Like, what do you want me to do? He's my kid. I didn't want to yank him. But eventually I did. So I'm sure he'll be commenting soon. But
Yeah. Well, like I said, at least he didn't get peed on by a dog like you did.
that dog did not actually pee. But
Oh, that's just the rumor.
yes. No, it came out. It was
I mean-
definitely going to.
Oh, okay.
But it didn't.
All right.
I
Makes
shoot
for a
it
better
away
story.
before it did.
Yeah.
It's a better story.
Yeah. So,
All right. So next up, we've got 61. Came out in
Yeah.
2001, 7.8 rating versus one of my favorites, Angels in the Outfield.
Are you going with the original or the Tony Danza one?
The Tony Danza.
All right.
Tony
They still
Danza.
lose to 61.
Most likely, yes.
I think it does too. Yes.
Wow. Yeah, everything about 61 was amazing. And
Great.
when you guys
Mhm.
asked for this before, and I said, like, it's got one of my favorite scenes in a baseball movie where the guy who played Dick Young, who was an actual reporter in New York at the time, and no, I wasn't alive for that one. But he was an actual reporter, and he was a jerk. He was very pro Mantle. Was anti-Maris, was rooting for Mantle. His articles would slant towards Mantle. And also, Babe Ruth, obviously, they didn't want the record to be broken. And I think it was however many games that he had to, the asterisk was because it took him more games, right?
Like 158.
Yeah, was it 161 versus 157 or whatever?
158 versus
Yeah.
153.
So whenever
Something
that earlier number passed, Dick Young was like gloating, like celebrating, like happy about the fact that it didn't happen. And the other reporter, the guy with the mustache who's been in a million things, he's watching him and he's like looking at him disapprovingly, and like he looks at him, he's like, "What?" And he says, "Did you ever play the game? You never played the game, did you?" And he says, "No." And he said, "We can tell." And it was that's one of the greatest interactions in the exchanges in that movie, because we can feel that, right? It was that. Yeah. So 61, I won't get too much into it, but like Barry Pepper played like they, what's the guy's name the guy from Boogie Nights that played Mickey Mantle? He's been in other things too, but
I can't.
They all did.
They both.
Yeah. And Billy Crystal, I think wrote and directed it. His daughter actually played Roger Maris's wife in the movie and did a great job. Like all of it was, and if you like Billy Crystal, you kind of almost go into the movie liking it anyway. So it definitely, like Angels in the Outfield was good, but at the end when they're all doing I don't know, that kind of gave me
as a kid, I mean, I thought this was awesome.
So that's where you get into the problem, right? Because when you were a kid, I was not.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
so you start to get into nostalgia versus realism, right?
Yes, right.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Versus technical, accuracy.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Rob? No, I'm probably leaning towards 61.
All right, fair enough.
Baseball's better.
Yeah. All right. Pride of the Yankees, which I don't know too much about. That's going way back.
Yeah, that's Gary Cooper, right? Playing Lou Gehrig.
1942 versus Little Big League. Classic.
Yeah. John Silverman with the Reebok pump glove. I mean, didn't everybody want that, right?
Yep.
Of course, his name is Friday. So yeah, that's a tough one. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with Little Big League.
Minnesota Twins. When's there ever been another movie with the Minnesota Twins, by the way?
Yeah, I can't think of anything other than
it's just a random team. Pride of the Yankees. I don't really know much about it. It has a very good rating, 7.6. I mean,
just goes through his last years and then him getting sick. It's well done. I mean,
Lou Gehrig.
It's all in black and white. But there are parts where it drags and stuff, and they go through like the Gehrig speech on 4th of July, and then he dies at the end, of course, right? But
I didn't see that one in a movie theater, so.
Oh, if you were old enough to at that point, 42, then you're older than I thought.
All right.
So we're going with Little Big League. All right. Somewhat
upset.
Upset, yeah. All right, brings us to the South Division, where we got Gibb's favorite movie.
This is
Show the jersey, Gib. The Natural
yeah.
versus The Naked Gun. I
One
remember.
more.
I remember my mom dropped my brother off to go see The Naked Gun, and I was pissed because I wasn't old enough to see it because it was rated R. Yeah,
Was it rated R?
I believe it
Yeah,
was. Yeah,
I believe it
wasn't-
was. Yeah.
Yeah, I was not allowed to see
No,
it.
back then, did they even have PG-13? I don't think they did.
Um, I don't know. All I know is that I was not allowed to see it.
Wow. All
It
right.
says, 2025 versions, of course, PG-13.
Too many sexual innuendos.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love The Naked Gun, and like we said at the beginning, like, is it a baseball movie because it has 4 minutes of baseball, which actually isn't even baseball. It's umpiring, so you guys might appreciate that.
Yeah.
Even more.
OJ Simpson's in it too, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh my God, what was his name?
I forget.
Let's-
Mm.
Wait, who are you thinking of? What are you thinking of?
What OJ's name was in the movie,
Oh,
and he shows
I
up
could
and he
look it
knocks
up.
him down the wheelchair and pops out of the wheelchair into the
O.J.
crowd.
Simpson.
Like Warren or Walter. I forget.
Detective Norberg.
Norberg. That's right.
Detective Nordberg.
Yeah. All right.
OJ.
right.
That's
That was an
great.
easy one. That's the natural.
Yeah, that's an easy one. Natural is
Combining
classic.
mythology. That's another one though that you guys have seen me ask on Facebook that I have a problem with, right? Because it's a home run, but for some reason, as he's rounding second, he's getting hit by the fragments from the light.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, there's a similar line though at the end where he's talking to the baseball writers and he asks them, he's like, "Did you ever play the game?" Right?
Yeah.
Like before that last game where he's sitting in the
with
writer.
Vance Mercy. That's right. with
But
Robert
yes.
Palmer.
Yeah, when
That's
he-
right.
It's the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
line.
When he was talking
Come
about that
on.
earlier, I thought of the natural.
But also,
That-
he strikes out.
Well, in the book, right?
No, in the movie. Watch that last at bat again, because he gets called strike one. Then he hits a couple of the foul ball where he breaks Wonder Boy,
Hmm.
right? And
Mhm.
then he swings and misses, and that's when you see the 3 holes from the bullet surgery, whatever he had. That's strike 3.
Huh. I never.
I'm telling you,
I
rewatch.
usually catch these things.
Yep, rewatch
now I
that
have to
final at
rewatch
bat.
it.
He strikes out.
Right?
That's-
Well, they
that's
throw
bad
him and
editing.
inside, and yeah,
And he calls the strike.
worries.
And he looks back and kind of like he's shocked that they called it a strike. And you know they close up on the umpire's mask and looks at it like, yeah, it's a strike, right? I'm telling you, watch it again or Google it. But it appears as though he strikes out. Obviously he doesn't. But again, suspension of reality, right?
everything else weighs it out. The music, the soundtrack, one of the only films I ever saw my dad cry.
Be a natural.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Dude, every time he gets shot, I don't know. It's weird. It gives
My
me
mom
chills.
wanted
Just that
my
whole.
mom wanted me to be a farmer.
Yeah,
My dad wanted me to be a baseball player.
good
Well, you're the
stuff.
best I've ever seen. Yeah, everything about.
All right, this should be an easy one. The Sandlot, and then I just learned of this one.
Bang the drum slowly.
Yeah, I
Yep,
surprisingly,
I saw that as a
I
kid.
had heard of it, but I never seen it.
I mean, Robert De Niro was a pretty well-established
Niro.
actor at that point. He had already done. I think it's is it in the late 70s, mid to late 70s?
73.
Yeah, 73.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's in between Godfathers.
Are you not able to see the screen? You're probably, it's probably too small.
There you go,
But-
73.
Yeah.
So it was in between Godfathers because Godfather 1 was 72, Godfather
Mhm.
2 was 74.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I mean, he was an established actor at that point. Everybody knew. No, actually, no, because he wasn't in
No, it was
Godfather
I think
1.
it
He
was-
was in 2. He was only in 2.
Yeah, it was
Um,
before he became, I think.
and then the pitcher that was like his battery mate there, is it Moriarty?
Yep, Michael Moriarty. Yep.
Yeah. So that's a great movie. I mean,
Yeah, but we obviously got to go with.
yeah, not a lot of baseball. And Sandlot is, I mean, it is
One of the best.
right. It's the one against what some are measured, right?
Yep.
Baseball that was, before travel ball, contracts, analytics, pure neighborhood, mythology, right? Of the kid who can play and the kid who can't, and Benny the Jet.
Benny the Jet.
My daughter's 12, and her best buddy showed up a couple of weeks ago, and her phone lit up, and it was the Sandlot on her phone. It was Benny the Jet, and I was like, "Okay, honey, can I see your book? What is that?" And she said, "Oh, that's Benny the Jet." And I said, "Like she's 12."
She knew. Wow, Angie.
Right?
Angie named her dog Benny.
And she went out for Halloween as Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
That's awesome.
Gotta love that. Gotta love that.
So it's transcendent, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
No matter what the generation is, that's where baseball itself, right, means different things to different generations. When you think about what baseball has carried us through, and not to get like James Earl Jones on it marking the time or anything like that, but think about it, right? What baseball has carried the country through. It's generational. So that's one of the things that there you go. Yeah. Fourth of July,
and
the fireworks.
Yeah, with Ray Charles, like I think of that every single year.
Yeah. It's like a gateway drug to loving baseball, right? The Sandlot. So
it has certainly stood the test of time.
That's going to be a tough battle coming out of the South. Let me tell you.
And it's funny because you don't see kids outside just playing pickup anymore. So
no. Yeah, because all those old guys take up all the field time. So
yeah. All right. So we got for Love of the Game, Kevin Costner. God, he's in so many baseball movies when you think back. And then you got The Scout with Brendan Fraser. I think this is probably another easy one.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Love of the Game.
Loved it. Loved that movie. Loved, Kelly Preston. I was a big fan of Kelly Preston too. But again, like the human aspect of it, and the relationship between the pitcher and catcher. I think
that scene at the end.
All of it, though, right?
Oh,
that's your guy, right? It's kind of like there's only two relationships on the field that are like that, right? It's your pitcher and your catcher, and it's your second baseman and your shortstop, right? That you need to have the relationship where you can communicate with a look or a gesture, right? But even more so with the look, right? And yeah, that was big for me, as that was the realism of the game for me with For Love of the Game. That's why that's pretty high up there for me. And I'm sure you're one of the 17,000 people that I told that I threw a no-hitter a couple of years ago, right?
I do recall.
Of course you did, because I probably told you like 11 times. But there is like BC, like coming out to have a chat, right? There's that realism of, but you don't say it, but it's happening, right?
Sure.
And I knew it. Like I knew it probably in the fourth inning, I think, maybe the fifth. I was like, something's going on here, right? And then Davey Joseph was standing next to me, not talking to me, kind of thing. And it gets weird, right? Because no one wants to talk to you. The superstition turns, into reality, and you're standing at the end of the dugout, like by myself, and BC, my catcher, would come stand next to me, but not say anything, So it's real. I think that, and that's captured in that movie For Love of the Game. And I actually thought of that, like, not during the game, and the conversations that you have in your head, outlandish, stupidest things ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was
and it's
me, I think
it's a good thing Jim Joyce wasn't there for the last out of that game. I'm just
Come
kidding,
on,
Jim.
D.
I'm just kidding. We had him on last episode.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We're honored to.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah. So I'll go with the little game there.
Absolutely.
All right, so we got the rookie versus Sugar. I don't really know much about Sugar,
I never saw it.
but
I think
It's new.
an immigrant.
It is newer. Right.
It's an immigrant. that comes
2008.
into,
Yeah,
kind of through the
newer.
baseball pipeline through maybe the Dominican, I think. I didn't see it. I just know it exists.
yeah, Dominican baseball star Miguel Sugar Santos is recruited to play in the U.S. minor leagues.
Yeah.
Pretty good rating, 7.1 on IMDb. This says 7.2. And then the rookie, that was, of course, drawing a blank. The pitcher got drafted and began drafted.
Jimmy Morris.
Yes.
Morris. Yes. Yep.
Jimmy Morris.
Jimmy Morris. What was his? Dennis Quaid. Dennis
Quaid.
I love that movie. I think that's going to be hard next round when it goes against The Natural.
Yeah, and that's based on a true story as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, The Natural is loosely based on a real story, on a true story.
Yes, right.
Loosely, yeah, but I mean, it was more based off a book.
Like Fargo, right?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds like we got the rookie here for the win.
That's an easy slot right there.
All right. Let's see.
Got to go into the regionals.
Let's go back up.
Sweet 16.
Right.
Yep, Sweet 16. So we're back up to the north. So we got these.
Start off with a battle.
These are going to be hard. Bull Durham versus 8 Men Out.
Yikes.
Bull Durham.
Yes, I agree.
I just go with knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah.
As much as I love 8 Men Out, I think Bull Durham is a better baseball movie.
Yep.
That's
Susan Sarandon, what was that her name?
Susan
Sarandon.
Yep. Tim Robbins, who were married.
Tim Robbins,
I think they still are.
Okay.
Abby Alvin Kalush.
Baba Gadoosh.
Yep.
Rookie of the Year versus Hardball.
Rookie of the Year.
I got no opinion.
It doesn't matter. It's going to lose to Bull Durham anyway.
Yeah. I think you got to go Rookie of the Year here. Hardball is emotional, but
I agree.
Yeah. All right.
And
to the east.
Major League versus a league of their own. You all know what my vote is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a tough one.
I probably lean that way as well. And it's more just I like Major League better,
Rolo,
that's all it comes down to.
What's your opinion, Rolo?
I will take Major League mostly because of my objections over Dottie cheating.
If Angie was still with us on the show, I don't think
mad. I know,
yeah.
And so would your friend Tom from New York, who dresses up in the Georgia Peaches uniform for 100 innings.
That's funny.
Yeah, and he had a whole routine set up with that this year.
Yeah, I didn't see. I unfortunately didn't get to see it.
I was still pitching at that point, and he failed to tell me that the plan was for me to hit him. Although I think I had already hit him once.
I know you got hit.
But he wasn't wearing the dress at the time. So he had told me he comes to winter ball too, and he told me at winter ball that he wore the thing so I could hit him, and he would start crying, and then someone was supposed to say, "There's no crying in baseball."
Oh my God!
But I mean, a failed actor never set the scene.
Right.
Not only didn't set the scene,
supposed to read his mind.
Didn't tell anybody that they were this was supposed to happen. But he told me
gotta tell the supporting cast.
Tom, I will hit you every time you get up. I'm fine with that. And I think my entire team
That's
is fine with
not the problem.
right. But if you want to play act, you're gonna have to give me a little bit of a heads up next time. So, yeah.
All right. So Major League, it is 42 versus the Bad News Bears.
That's a good match.
It is a good matchup. I mean, for me, the Bad News Bears is like, I don't know, classic.
I'm receiving messages that A League of Their Own is historically accurate and a beautiful film. How could you? Because Dottie cheated. Because Dottie cheated. You know what? That's the question you should be asking is, how could she cheat the rest of her team out of a chance at a title?
Exactly.
Yeah.
At winning. Yeah.
What
At
did the rest of her team think about
Right.
that? You know,
Just to satisfy a bratty sister who didn't deserve it because she lost the game for them.
She didn't. Yes.
Right?
You want to come through for the rest of your team. What if you come through for the rest of your team regardless? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel bad. I got a double that drove in the winning run off my sister.
Yeah, not.
I pulled my son from a charity game. It's got to be done anyway. Sorry.
So Angie knew one of the ladies that was on one of the teams. We were gonna have her on the show. I forget who the character was, but she was in the movie as one of the players. Yeah, one of her friend's moms, something like that.
Marla Hooch. What a player.
What a player. So what are we doing? Bad news. We going Bad News Bears?
Over 42.
Over 42.
Oh, that's a tough one. But
it is a tough one.
If it's 2-1, then yeah.
I don't see any comments.
Send it on its way. It's going to have a tough time getting out of the round. So
for the upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now we got Field of Dreams versus Moneyball. Jesus.
Wow. One of my only gripes with Field of Dreams, besides, having the ending now is pretty tough to watch without parents.
Right.
But mind you, one of my biggest gripes with Field of Dreams is the fact that Shoeless Joe Jackson doesn't bat lefty throughout the movie. He's a left-handed hitter, and he kept Ray Durham, who infamously plays Shoeless Joe.
Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta.
That's righty. When for what we know, Shoeless Joe Jackson was a left-handed hitter.
Right.
One of my only gripes with the movie. Other than that, it's pretty fantastic.
Did he throw lefty? Did Ray Liotta throw lefty, or did he throw righty as well? I don't remember the fielding scenes.
No, he caught. Yeah, he caught lefty. Lefty. Because there's the scene of him catching fly balls.
Yeah.
Before that, and he catches one down the line, and he's left-handed. That's
okay. Yep.
I can picture it, but
yeah. I can't vote against Field of Dreams. So this would have to be a 2-1. You guys would have to band together to take me out. I can't vote against it. And
Moneyball's a fantastic movie. I watch every single time it's on. Yeah, I do
How
too.
can you not be romantic about baseball? I can't even count how many times I've said that. So this is a tough one because it is taking out, again, like I said before, where you have, generational impact of movies, right? The Moneyball for us, right, to watch it, it's more of a modern look at what changed baseball, right? That the analytics came in and you played the numbers instead, and runs versus players and on base percentage versus any other type of production, like runners equals wins, right? So it separates the analytical side from the emotional side, which is where you have Field of Dreams. And again, what I was talking about before, like what baseball has done for different generations and how, during the tough times, right? What can you always turn to except during the strike years? But like baseball, and you remember going to the park with your dad. You remember sitting and talking about what happened, And I said that after my no-hitter. Like, I would tell my dad about every game that I play. Even at 55 years old, I talked to my dad, not 55 because he was gone at that point, but, up until he was gone. And he'd call me on Tuesday and ask me how my game went. And I'd be like, well, Dad, I only pitch like twice a year. I didn't do anything last night kind of thing. But that, like you said, Gib, now it hits even more. Like, hey, hey, Dad, you want to have a catch? My God, I'd give an appendage, right, to be able to say those words now. So
it gets me every time.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're sitting by yourself, it does not matter. As soon as you hear, they're coming. You know the words are coming. It doesn't matter.
That soundtrack along with it, and the whole thing. I mean, you can say there's not a hell of a lot of actual baseball in the movie, but
right,
I think everything else far outweighs it.
Timothy Busfield walking across, and the other thing I love is watch out for in your ear. Right,
watch out for in your ear, kid.
Right, yeah.
Why'd you wink at him?
On a warning. Watch out, you don't get killed.
We got some mixed reviews. Got a couple Moneyballs, a couple Field of Dreams. And
Yeah.
On IMDb, they actually have a section for factual errors, and it is noted that Shoeless Joe Jackson actually batted left-handed and threw right-handed. The movie reverses both.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I'm going with Field of
Yeah,
Dreams.
it doesn't matter to me too. I love Moneyball, I really do, but
And I guess you know how Ray Liotta returns home, and Shoeless Joe tells him that Ty Cobb wanted to come to the field, but none of us could stand the son of a bitch when we were live. So we told him to stick
and
it.
he said,
In reality,
Yeah.
Cobb and Jackson were friends and had a great deal of respect for one
Did they
another.
play at the same time though?
I don't know. It just said that they were friends and had respect for one another.
I thought Cobb was in the 20s.
Wow, this is crazy.
I think Cobb was in the 20s. I think Shoeless Joe was just before Ted, which was like early 30s.
Well, no, Shoeless Joe.
Oh,
would've been
1918, right?
19.
1818, yeah, that's right. So
a player shown in a
Yes.
Philadelphia Athletics
Except for his
uniform.
stint in Hoboken, New Jersey,
that's right.
right? Which they show him at the end in 8 Men Out.
Yep. Playing center.
Name's
field
easy
there,
to
but-
change. It's him.
So we got to vote. We got to.
You can't. I'm going Field of Dreams.
Likewise.
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead and give the audience a vote. But
Sorry, Brad
what's your-
Pitt.
what's
I mean,
your
we got.
vote?
I mean, it seems like mostly more
I
Field
can't
of Dreams.
see anything that people are saying. Not because I'm old and can't read it, but it's
Yeah, I'm
Moneyball's
sorry.
a great movie. Like there's some
Curran,
good
Field
baseball
of
in it.
Dreams. Another one with Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Matt Grimes says Moneyball.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we gotta go. I think we gotta go Field of Dreams. Just because it's my last name, and that actually my username for a lot of different.
Chris Curran with a good point.
Yeah,
Field
it's
of
been
Dreams
greater,
has been
longer.
great.
Yeah,
It has stood the test of time. That speech by James Earl Jones.
All right.
yeah.
It's
So I
Good
had that clip on here. I don't know where.
And it's iconic. Everything about
it's
it is
iconic.
If you
So-
build it, he will come.
The
Everybody
voice.
knows where that
Yeah.
comes from.
Yeah.
Ease his pain. Ease whose pain?
go
It's
to
a pretty nondescript voice you got going on there, Ray.
and it's starting to piss me off.
It's one of those movies. If you see it on, at least for me, like I have to put it on.
Yeah, but Moneyball is the same way. So
Moneyball
yeah,
is
yes.
exactly
Oh, yeah.
the same
Yeah.
way. Like
Yeah.
wherever scene it's at.
And that's also a great audio track. Moneyball.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 61 versus Little Big League. It's funny to think these movies are still alive when we were talking about.
This is a
Dreams and
no-brainer.
Moneyball. Yeah, I think we got to go 61 here.
Yeah.
All right. The South. Oof. The Natural
I think I
versus
can't even vote on that. I mean,
The Sandlot. Wow.
that's the Senate is tied 50-50, and you need someone to break that. I don't know if I
Right.
can vote on that one.
That is tough.
I mean, you know where my vote is too,
Yeah,
but
I
I
do.
mean,
I do.
Yeah, this is a situation where I can't vote against the natural.
Yeah, I'm.
And Sandlot, like I said, that's the one. It's like
that scene in Chicago where he breaks the tower and the music, like
Yeah.
there's nothing better. There's nothing better.
Even though apparently
Yeah.
he struck out, but
Not at that part.
oh, that was a different part. Yeah, I
That's
wonder if
mid
that is
movie. That's
actually
mid
in-
movie when the girl shows up. Yeah, and he realizes, oh yeah, I can still play. Yeah.
I wonder if that's listed in the factual errors on IMDb.
for
When you said he struck out.
for the natural
Yeah.
Roy Hobbs. Who
Roy
was the actual
Hobbs.
player? It's not a player named Ray Hobbs, though.
It was Teddy Williams, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
No, Roy Hobbs was based off of the image of Ted Williams,
Yeah.
or what Ted
Right.
But- was not actually Ted Williams. Yeah.
But I think there's a story about a baseball player that was shot in, lewd circumstances like he was, with a woman in a hotel room, which
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and she shot a couple, like three
like,
famous
player-
different
yeah, like,
players. Yeah, with a silver bullet or something. Yeah.
Yep. yep. So maybe it's an amalgam of
Right.
various stories that have been thrown into the same pot, melted together. But that's Sandlot. I don't know. I'm
So
sure
how about
that
this?
Daniel has probably thrown his phone several times by now. Me picking the natural over
yeah,
Sandlot.
he
but,
likes it's Gina.
Again,
Sandlot.
nostalgia and emotional weight. There it is. Sandlot is just too nostalgic. There it is. So
Yeah.
and he's not in the house with me right now, by the way. He's at his
I
mom's.
was gonna say I'm surprised we don't hear him yelling from
No.
upstairs.
But and again, it comes down to that whole baseball meaning the not just the movies, but baseball itself, meaning different things to different generations. So the best depends on what version of baseball someone loves too, right? So sorry, Danny boy.
Yeah. No, I
Not you, Danny boy.
Oh, that Danny
My
boy. Yeah.
son.
This is interesting. In the game where Hobbs breaks the Wrigley Field clock, his homer ends the game as everyone in the stands begins to leave, and Hobbs gets mobbed by the press.
But they're the
since
away team.
Yeah, they were. But it says the movie depicts the 1939 season. Prior to the 1950 season, the home team had the option to bat first or last, so it was possible for the visiting team to bat in the bottom of an inning.
Now, whatever you're reading, does it have anything about the strikeout at the end?
I was trying to look for that, but I didn't see it. Yeah.
Could we ask the Google?
Well, have you ever read the book Field of Dreams too?
Read?
I don't read.
There's a book, right? And
I don't
in
read,
the book,
I don't read Wicked Goodly.
in the book, he only creates left field first, and then the ghosts show up, and then he kind of builds the rest of the field around that.
Are you talking about Field of Dreams?
Yeah, Field of Dreams. Yeah.
Wow. So there's an edited version which was released in several European countries. The version edits many dialogue and playing scenes to tighten up the pacing. It runs approximately 14 minutes shorter than the U.S. theatrical version. Crazy. So it sounds like we're going with the natural on this one.
I have to.
Yeah, me too. Sorry, Danny. All right.
All right, so I've asked the Google, which then sent me to the AI, and it said he does not strike out. He hits a iconic home run, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, it appears as though there are 3 strikes. You are sharp. You've spotted one of the most famous goofs in sports cinema.
You're sharp.
While the movie intends for him in a home run, the actual pitch-by-pitch sequence as edited effectively has him striking out.
There you go.
Confusion stems from
Good.
significant
I'm gonna go find it tonight.
Huh?
I'm gonna go find it later.
It's right there. Confusion stems from
I believe you.
significant editing error during the final at bat. The count breakdown. Pitch 1, a called strike. Pitch 2, a ball. Pitch 3, foul ball into the first box where he goes at Max Mercy.
Yeah.
Pitch 4.
And he breaks his bat.
Okay, so pitch 4 swings and misses. That should be strike 3.
Yeah.
It's pitch 5.
He fouls
hits the foul ball.
Yeah, and breaks his bat.
I've always wondered how those things get by, like the editing team, there's so many different departments that have to review that and like I've always wondered how things like that slip through the cracks.
Technically, if an umpire were following the rules, the New York Knights should have lost the game on the fourth pitch.
Yeah, there's so many things, so many movies where you can just rip
Now it's
apart.
gonna eat you alive the next time you watch it.
Yeah, right.
It gets me every time. I don't care. I'm still not voting against it.
Yeah. All right. So we got For Love of the Game or The Rookie.
Should be a runaway.
Yeah, I think so too. All in
The
favor?
base.
I
The
don't know.
base. Oh, he's
The rookie when he comes out and gives his dad the ball. I don't know. That's a tough one too. But
there's too many good baseball scenes in For the Love of the Game. The baseball that is played in it, the broadcasters Vin Scully and what's his who's the other guy? Steve Sachs? Is that Steve Sachs? What's his name? No, I can't think of his name.
Carlton?
No, the two broadcasters in For the Love of the Game.
Oh, you said Vince Scully and
Yeah, Scully and what's the other guy's name? I can't think of it.
yeah.
I can't think of it either. Yeah.
Ugh.
Billy Chapel put the sun back
Billy
up into
Chapel.
the sky.
Vince Scully was awesome.
All right. Who are the announcers?
All right.
The cathedral that is Yankee Stadium belongs to a chapel.
Clear.
And then the manager
mechanisms.
gives the kid the bat and says, "Wreck it."
Racket.
I think was he the kid in Shawshank too?
Oh, was he?
Oh, what the kid that got shot? Was that same
Yeah.
kid?
Yeah, I think they're
The guy-
the same kid.
Huh.
Gil Bellows. He plays like the younger kid that comes into Shawshank.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
guy that
he's
looks like
20.
Elvis.
And he knows he's innocent, and that's
Yeah.
why the warden shoots him. Yeah.
Good pull, Kev.
Yeah. He is a connoisseur. He did say he's a
Yeah.
movie connoisseur.
It's really bad. What was the? Oh, we were trying to figure out who the announcers were, right?
Yeah, and while you do that, we're back up to the North Division, and we got Bull Durham versus Rookie of the Year. I think
Steve
this-
Lyons.
Steve Lyons.
Steve Lyons. Yes.
Psycho Lions. Couldn't think of it.
There you go. Vince Scully and Steve Lyons.
Yeah, he's awful. He's got a line in that movie that I can't stand. I told D. He's like halfway through the where he hurts his arm. He's like, "Oh, he either hurt his arm, his elbow, or his shoulder." Like, all right, thanks.
Great insight, Marty. All right, so I guess we're probably going Bull Durham here.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All
We
right,
have all-
Major League versus the Cinderella.
That one
Bad
should-
News Bears.
Yeah.
That one should be a given as well.
Major League.
Yep.
Field of Dreams versus 61.
Field of Dreams.
Yep.
Yep. The Natural versus The Love of the Game. I spelled that wrong. It's For Love of the Game. Did I? Is it For the Love of the Game?
I think it's for love of the game.
Or love of the
Okay.
game. That's
All
right.
right,
Yeah.
I got it right.
Tell them I'm through for love of the game. Billy Chapel. I gotta go with the Natural.
Me too.
Yeah.
And the owner of the team, is the father in succession, right? But also he's the captain in Super Troopers, right? The owner of the team.
Oh, the owner, the old guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the father in that HBO series
Yep.
Succession. And yeah, I mean he's been in a bunch of other things, but those are my
Gib,
random-
when he gave him the baseball in the movie, saying he was
Yeah,
hanging
the
him
one who
up.
got the baseball.
Yeah, it
Yep.
reminded me of the story Jim or Dale Scott told it with Nolan Ryan when he
Yeah, where it
signed-
comes.
Yeah. All right, we're down to what, Final Four, and
All number
no
one
shock
seed.
here. All the number ones. Is that right? Yeah, I guess we are.
Yeah,
All right.
this looks like my father's NCAA bracket. We always used to keep. Oh, that's a shocker, Dad. You got all ones.
Yeah. Right. I think one year though it actually happened.
Yeah, it doesn't happen too often.
No, it doesn't. I mean, this is these are impossible. Bull
Yeah, I
Durham,
mean, Bull Durham beats Major League.
I agree.
really?
Yeah,
Yep.
despite your higher star rating.
I have to disagree. I mean, Major League's my favorite.
Yeah, I know. I
It's a
don't.
tough one.
The next one, I almost have to recuse myself because those are my two favorite movies. So,
Yeah.
I
All
think
right, I'm letting you guys. That
I'll let
pains
you
me.
have
That-
this
that
one, D.
pains
Go
me.
ahead. You guys have this one. I'll recuse myself
from which one?
from this one.
Field
Field
of
of
Dreams
Dreams and The Natural.
Yeah,
For
I'm
me,
gonna
it's
go with Field of Dreams.
that's also my
that's
choice.
probably where I would lean to.
Yeah,
Wow, really?
mostly because of the strike.
Only for what that movie actually means. Yes.
Yeah, that's another that's a Sandlot for, again,
And
it's generational impact.
yeah, and
Oh,
even and even the championship, as much as I love Bull Durham and the lines from it, like I could quote that movie all day, all night. And hell, I can't even watch the end of Field of Dreams anymore.
It's
But I
almost
mean,
like he knew I was going to throw a curveball. He did. I told him.
I don't know if I expected Bull Durham to be the champion. I mean, I knew it was going to be obviously a couple of one seeds.
I think it was just because of the way the brackets played out.
Yeah.
How
That's
it made
true.
it to the end.
That's true.
I definitely didn't see Bull Durham as in the championship game, but
it's like Duke.
Yeah, out of those two, that's a no-brainer. That's Field of Dreams. So
Yep.
What's 7.5? It only got 7.5 stars on. Is that IMDb?
IMDb. Let me double check that.
What's crazy? What's crazy? I was saying this to D is what like Rotten Tomatoes and what like other sites
7.5.
rank as like the best movie. Like this ranks usually like third or fourth on everyone's list.
Bull Durham?
No, Field of Dreams.
Really? Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
it all depends on who's doing the voting.
A lot of people like Moneyball, I think, as the top baseball movie.
Yeah, that seems to be getting the love, huh?
And we almost put that number one, but as a one seed, but it was hard.
And when did Moneyball come out? Like 2011?
2002. No. What was it?
Well, it had to have been after 2004 because the credits at the end talk about how Theo Epstein used that
formula
methodology to break the
2011.
Yeah. So again, it's baseball culture versus broad audience appeal, right? Where broad audience appeal will always draw in Field of Dreams, but Moneyball, I don't see Moneyball ranking above that with Everyman.
We have our champion.
Yeah.
Moneyball's got some great scenes though. Like him throwing the chair when the manager won't do him what he wants. Like the sequence of him like trading the guys, calling up the GMs and stuff, and hey, get this guy on the phone, get Dombrowski on the phone. And
can I tell you a very funny memory, a story that relates to Moneyball, but very, very indirectly. So Steve Buckley used to run, and I don't know if he still does, but he used to run a pickup game over at Harvard on Sundays at noon. And I used to play Unlimited Arc softball Sunday mornings, double headers. So I would go from Unlimited Arc softball to baseball at noon over at Harvard. And I was a lifelong shortstop. I couldn't play any other position. Some would say I couldn't play shortstop, but so they needed someone to pitch. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Much like Robles when he pulled me out of short to make me pitch in MSBL. I was like, yeah, I'll do it, but expect a lot of box, man. I haven't pitched in 100 years. So I was probably 25, maybe 24, 25 years old. and I was pitching and doing pretty well. And then this like skinny 17-year-old kid steps to the plate, left-handed batter, launches it, gone, right? And he's watching it. And I'm yelling in, run the bases, you stupid dick. Metal bat, right? It's a metal bat, right? Run. Carlos Pena.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And I think he was either headed to Northeastern at the time or was at Northeastern at the time. And I had no idea, zero, until I was back playing ball, like 2011 or 12, 13, whenever it was. And I went to a Christmas party with a bunch of friends from the State House, and we were talking about like, oh, we would play, I love that. That was great pickup games. He's like, yeah, that's when you called Carlos Pena a dick. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, you called Carlos Pena a dick. I said, Carlos Pena, like Tigers, Red Sox, A's, like that time. He said, yeah. And I said, no way. He said, yeah. And I said, oh, that's the kid that hit it with the aluminum bat, though. And he's like, yeah, but it's Carlos Pena. Right? He's one of the nicest, soft-spoken kids you'd ever meet in the world. And you're screaming at him. You're an old man yelling at him to run the bases. And I was like, I don't feel that bad about that home run anymore. So.
I can make it go full circle. Do you know what's funny is Mike Lembo, who's on your team, right?
Yes.
Yeah, his family, his father is actually good friends with the Pena family.
That's right. And when I told that story to Lembo, he said he was going to pass it along. That's 100. Yeah, that's right. He did tell me that.
Yeah.
Someone just said the Timothy Busfield situation should.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was indicted on child sex abuse.
Well, hold on
charges.
a sec. That is, first off, he's married to Laura Ingalls Wilder. So, we're Melissa Gilbert. They've been together for like 10 years. But I don't know who just said it, but whoever said it, you might want to look into the actual investigation into that story, because it seems as though there might not be any legs to those charges. And while I understand, like, we believe everybody, it doesn't appear as though the things that are alleged happened. And obviously everybody's innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
Right? So says the judge.
Has to.
But honestly, look into that situation, and it looks like the two kids that are alleging it might not, there might not be a lot of legs to that. So, Field of Dreams still wins.
More and more of these stories just keep coming out, and I know that's
So should we take
another podcast.
OJ?
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe that murdering son of a bitch.
Well, Kev,
those are great, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you having me.
Thanks, Kev. It was fun, man.
Field of Dreams is our winner. So, was that your favorite? Was that?
Oh yeah, was that your favorite?
It's between Field of Dreams and The Natural. I mean, it's like trying to pick a favorite song, right? It's almost impossible. And it depends on the mood you're in, depends on what else is on. I mean, but those are two things that no matter what else is on, I'll be watching.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But Moneyball and The Rookie drag me in every time, too. So, yeah, I mean, the debate would still, it'll still rage on forever, I'm sure, what's the best out there. But
and then Major League, the ending, that was just the league championship they won. They never really said,
they lost the World Series.
Does it say that?
It does in Major League 2.
Oh, Major League 2. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
When Charlie's looking for all his endorsement deals or whatever wild thing, is looking for his endorsement deals.
You might be the only person that's seen that more than I have.
Similar to The Natural, right? Where that final game is actually just the league championship, right? It's not even the World Series.
Yeah.
It's to win the pennant. It's not even the league world. It's not even the league championship. It's to win the pennant, right? Although I guess back then that would be the league championship, right? Because AL and pennant winners played pennant winners. So yes, and they had lost three? They had lost 3 in a row or 5 in a row. 3 to Pittsburgh and maybe 2 before that while I was in the maternity ward of the hospital there.
Yeah, that part always gets a little hazy too, because how many games do they lose while he's under, right? Like that always confused me too. Like, oh, they lost 3 in a row, right? Like, okay, how long was the series? Was
Right.
it 8 games? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, the Black Sox were 9.
9.
Those are
Yeah.
the best out of 9.
Yeah.
So I think the Natural is supposed to take place in the 40s, late 40s, right?
I think it was 30s. It said.
Is it late 30s?
Yeah, it's before the 50s, because I guess home team could decide if they wanted to bat first or last, or whatever I read earlier. Well, good stuff, Kev. You certainly are a movie connoisseur, and we appreciate you coming on. And
Yeah, it's awesome. I thank you for having me.
of course,
2 things I love: movies and baseball. Right.
Mr. Wonderful.
The Natural is primarily set in the 1930s, with key events
Yep.
occurring in 1939.
Very
With
nice.
Roy Hobbs as the main character. There you go. That's awesome, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Kev. Good seeing you, bud.
One-time listener, first-time guest.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch The Natural now.
You
See
know,
him strike
it's
out.
gonna-
That's
It's gonna be
wild.
disappointing. It's gonna be
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
guys.
gonna change that movie for me forever.
A little bit.
All right,
Yeah, I
Kev.
saw it.
We'll see you on the
right.
ball field in not so long, couple months.
Yep. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
buddy.
All
Always
right.
a pleasure. Have a good night.
You too.
Adios. Good stuff. Yeah, he knows his movies, man. I thought
He
I knew.
does.
I thought I knew movies. It's impressive.
I mean, he's got a couple years on us, got a wealth of knowledge in there.
That's true. Yeah, it was good to get his perspective, because yeah, he knew more about these older movies than obviously
Yeah.
than we would.
For sure.
But I was surprised to see you pick Field of Dreams over The Natural. I know you like both of them or love both of them.
I do, just because I think, like Kev said, there's sentimental reasons, the reasons why I love The Natural and always have. Like, there's one of the first movies I ever watched with my old man. One of the only movies I ever saw him cry in, like, or ever cry. So, I mean, like, though, as a young boy, like, those things stick with you, right?
So
Like,
was your grandfather, your dad's dad, gone when he first saw that? Is that
Yeah.
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 Well, when he first saw it, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, because I mean that would make sense why he got emotional.
But that came out what, 84? right?
89.
So-
Field of Dreams,
80
89.
no. And The Natural came out what year?
Oh, 84.
Yeah.
You're saying
so
he
my-
cried? He
yeah.
cried during The Natural or
Yeah.
Field of Dreams? Oh, Natural.
Oh, Field of Dreams. I don't. You know what? Yeah, he never really. My mother loved that movie. My
Yeah.
mother absolutely adored that movie, and
Yeah.
a lot of it was because my father was gone too, and
Right.
she had lost so many close people to her too. So, but my father. I don't think he liked Kevin Costner for sure, but I don't think he never really said anything about Field of Dreams. I don't really remember,
Mm.
but. Yeah,
And-
it's tough, you know. You get attached to movies for different reasons, right?
And just to prove we're not homers, because the two movies that we're representing on our shirts,
Yeah, they both lost.
they both lost. So, yeah. But Field of Dreams, I mean, that's pretty much my screen name for a lot of things. You know, and it's a Fielder's Choice podcast, so I guess it works out well,
Some things are just meant to be, right?
right? I guess so. But that is our show. That is episode 31.
I lost my sign. Oh, there it is. 31.
John
In the books.
Lester. They started a poker game. If you're interested,
Yeah, why not, right?
why the hell not? But yeah, we'll be back next time. I'm working on some good guests coming up for you guys. So stay tuned. And yeah, season's only a couple months away.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Hit those
Karan.
cages, man.
We're loving
Thanks,
your
Chris.
podcast as
Good
well.
hearing you. Absolutely, man.
You need to come on and
yeah,
be one
come
of our
do a night
guests,
with us.
and you can promote your show. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'll hit you
What
up.
are they? what do they do? The crossover events. I see the commercials for after the Super Bowl. The Chicago crossover, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Patrick.
Should do one of those.
Yeah. Well, we got some ideas. We'll be back.
Absolutely.
Hopefully not such a long break in between episodes, but it's a lot. But yeah. Until then, please be sure to like, subscribe, all that stuff. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify. Please like and subscribe.
Happy Sunday night, buddy.
Happy Sunday nights, right? Sunday. Yeah. Go watch the Olympics.
Enjoy it. It's been great so far.
Yeah. Except for Vaughn. What's her name?
Lindsey Vaughn.
Lindsey
Tough
Vaughn.
injury.
Yeah, that was tough.
I mean, busted ACL. I mean, you.
She should have
First-
retired. How many surgeries has she had? Like,
Yeah,
mean,
I was
God
talking
bless
to
her.
the wife about this. Like some athletes don't know anything else. There's only one way they know.
Yeah, it's true.
So I hope she's okay, obviously. So, but some great events, some great performances so far. The USA men's hockey team and the women are actually kicking butt.
Yeah, the women are, I think, one game away from the finals, right?
Yep, they play tomorrow morning at 10:30. The men dominated today against
5-1.
Germany.
Yep.
But yeah, it's been fun.
Yes, sir. So once again, Field of Dreams is the championship of this little episode of Best Baseball Movies Ever. Field of Dreams. But until
Soccer.
next time, we'll be back for episode 32. So stay tuned. Until then, happy Sunday, and we'll see you guys soon.
Later.
Peace.